So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors. George Foreman's approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face. Klitschko's making his way to the ring right now, and you can just see in his eyes what his intentions are tonight.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Big George Foreman. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Klitschko.
All right, guys, remember this. Obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
During your training career, is this the type of matchup that you liked when you had a power puncher facing another power puncher?
No, I hated it. I never wanted to fight.
Oh, that's got... He is floored by a big uppercut. Able to get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
That is my favorite punch there is, a forceful uppercut by George Foreman. Good job protecting himself. That shot unable to land. Big block by Big George. How is this strategy of employing the jab time and time again going to pay off for him?
Well, it's going to be kind of like, you know, when you put your kids to sleep, you know? You get a little peace and quiet. He's going to be left alone. He's not going to be bothered. He's not going to have a headache if he uses his jab.
What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
Able to cover up that gut. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Holy cow! Did you see that? What a powerful hook to the head by George Foreman. Throws a counter punch there. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, you've been here before. You've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Oh! What an intense left hand by George Foreman. Great movement to get away from those punches. Foreman's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Those uppercuts that George Foreman was able to land on Joe Frazier and winning the heavyweight title, they were lifting Joe Frazier off the ground.
You know, Joe Frazier, because of his style, as terrific as he was made to order for George Foreman.
Halfway through round number 2. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Klitschko. That wasn't able to land.
Keep the head moving.
There it is! What an impactful left hand by George Foreman. Holy cow! What an intense left hand by George Foreman.
Keep working the body.
Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. Oh, that's gotta hurt. A destructive right hand by George Foreman. End of the round here as we're ringside at our fight night venue. Of course, we're on the road with you every step of the way with a fine crew. We got to give credit to the crew there. Robbie and Rick back in the production truck doing a nice job, all cramped up in a tractor trailer.
Yeah, they do a great job. They allow us to go on the air and allow us to do the fun part while they're doing the grunt work. They're doing all the difficult things back there. Of course, Mike, Ryan, all those guys. We appreciate you very much, and we're not taking you out to dinner tonight.
And round number 3 is underway. Good block by Klitschko. Oh! Right hand crashes home. He never saw it coming. He should tie up.
Come on now, guys. Keep busy. Come on.
Foreman's able to avoid that punch. Good block there by Klitschko. Good-looking counterpunch. Wow! What bite to that right hand by George Foreman. And a smart counterpunch by Klitschko. Oh, and there you go. He falls victim to that big hook. That's a good block by Klitschko.
All right, punch it up.
Holy cow! A well-targeted right hand by George Foreman. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Not one, but two. Good work with the jab up top. Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. What impact with that uppercut by George Foreman. How about that? A little sizzle by Klitschko. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Protecting his head well with his guard. George Foreman's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. Just knifing up with that uppercut by Klitschko. End of the round there. He was able to stun his opponent. Teddy, when you're training a guy that's coming off a round where he just got to his man, what do you do? Do you say, hey, I saw that and here's how you did it? How do you approach that?
Well, you want to make sure you remind them exactly what you're talking about, how he set it up. Don't think about just the big punch that landed. Remember how you got to that point.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes. Nice, nice.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
George Foreman, originally from Marshall, Texas, where as a youth, Teddy, he was involved in a lot of street fights. I mean, he had a reputation as the kind of guy that you didn't mess with out and about.
You know, we've had a lot of fighters that have come out that route. Boxing has turned a lot of young men who were in trouble on the streets, turned them into not only world champions, but, you know, world champions as people that could serve society. Foreman is one of those young men.
Double jab by Klitschko. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. And there he counters back against his opponent. Foreman's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's gotten it. George Foreman blocks that punch. Oh, that's gotta hurt. That's a massive left hand by George Foreman. He missed with that headshot. Klitschko's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do, because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head, because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
10 seconds remaining in this round.
One of the most famous calls in all of sports broadcasting is "down goes Frazier." Down goes Frazier. Well, there's a reason down went Frazier. It was because of the big shots of George Foreman.
That was one of the great calls, of course, by Howard Cosell. And it was not just a big shot, it was the right plan shot. See, that's where Foreman deserves a little credit for being more than just a hulking guy, a powerful guy. He picked the right punch, the uppercut, the perfect punch at that moment to land on Joe Frazier.
Don't worry about it, G. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on something. We'll take care of it.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Blocks away that headshot. Holy cow! A harsh left hand by George Foreman. Blocks the headshot.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Halfway into round number 5 here. Wow, is he defensively sound. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys... There it is! Klitschko's in bad shape. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Ten clicks of the talk. Able to get rid of that one. This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Listen, you're not giving me...
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Notre Dame to know that. I mean, everybody saw, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. George Foreman's employing one of the three facets of good fundamental defense. And right now he's using the legs.
Yeah, he is, and that is one of the facets. The others to block, the others to move your head. And right now he's controlling range. What his opponent has to do now is look to get into a place where maybe he can time him. Time him as he steps out.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Good block by George. Good way to protect the midsection. 90 seconds to go here in this round. What impact with that uppercut by George Foreman.
In and out, in and out.
Lands the counter.
Come on, backside.
George Foreman's dealing with a cut around his eye, and it's in a bad spot. His vision can be impaired. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counter punch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Klitschko. One of those fights were at the halfway point. I wouldn't even venture a guess as to what the scorecard should look like. And I don't know that it even matters. All I know is this. Both guys have brought their A games. Both guys have come here to fight tonight.
What you know is that it's become a real war of wills. Two stubborn guys, and they're going to continue to argue right to the end.
All right. Let's work on that cut. It's not. That cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this relative.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Gets rid of that body shot. There it is! What bite to that right hand by Klitschko. Parries that punch intended for the head. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. George Foreman's in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide, to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
In and out, in and out, in and out. Let's move.
And a stabbing right hand by Klitschko. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that.
Buddy, unload. Don't stay in one spot. Circle.
Just 10 seconds to go in this round. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
And work on that cut. No, the cut's not. Don't worry about it. Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. Backwards, away.
Round 8 is underway. Klitschko's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it can get nasty as the fight progresses. Now that's some sharp offensive maestro work there by Klitschko. He returns the favor with an uppercut. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Oh, Klitschko stunned and he is hurt. Foreman's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. Said he was going to do it from the outside, and now he has. He just got to his man.
His opponent had no idea that he was still in range. He thought he was at a safe distance. Now he knows he wasn't.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. End of the round here, and as I glance around ringside and look at the judges, I'm wondering what they're writing down, because that was a tough round to score.
Yeah, it was, and you know, it's the kind of round where one guy would be really smart to take a page out of the book of Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, where Leonard stole rounds at the end, where he just clipped off 30 seconds, and that's exactly what the judges remembered.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Klitschko's not putting forth much offense at all. Now listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Super two-punch combo by Klitschko. He comes back with the left hand again. He counters back against his opponent.
Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Listen, pick his jab. That's it. Pick your jab. When he throws his jab, don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. There's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight.
Stay away from the inside.
Missed the body shot. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Unable to land that shot. Good counter punch. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
Well-placed counter punch by Klitschko. Good job protecting himself. George Foreman's swelling will have to be dealt with immediately. Good block by Klitschko. A minute to go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by George Foreman. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Well, he's throwing it, but just missed. Isn't landing it. Good work with the combination, putting his punches together, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is paying off. You know, the first couple didn't get there, but he caught him on the back end.
And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
The cut's nothing. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of the cut. It's nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about. If you're standing straight up, move that body.
The start to the 11th round. George Foreman's cut man is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get to the height before the swelling's there. You got to put that end swell, that cold piece of metal, onto that place early on.
Oh, good stuff there. 2 in a row by Klitschko. A good block. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Foreman's making for a tough target there. He gets away from it. There it is! George! He goes up top and gets to him, hammering the head. George Foreman Foreman, you can see that he is absolutely hurt after that knockdown. He was able to get up, but he looks like he's damaged.
And now we've always seen Big George Foreman, that big, giant, scary sometimes body. Now we're having an X-ray inside of that body to find out what really makes George Foreman tick. How will he behave in this moment?
Oh, and there you go, George. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? Big George with a big problem. He gets up from that knockdown, but he's visibly hurt.
And you know, a knockdown for a fighter, you know what it's like? It's like taking an X-ray, going into an X-ray machine. Now you get to see inside the guy, what he's made of, how he's gonna behave.
Wow! Sure, big uppercut comes home, and he's down. To beat the count. It'll go down as a knockout, Teddy.
Perfectly timed punch.
For the official particulars, let's send it up to the ring. Klitschko's your winner by knockout victory.
I feel like I just came out of the movie theater, Joe, and I did not expect that ending.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us, everyone.